It is Patrons Pick Day. Megan and I are at home because our show was very hot, and it is highly likely we both got heat stroke.
Yay!
Yay! Drink water, stay in shade, boys and girls. So since it's Patrons Pick Day, we thought that these patrons would pick their favorite shows. Megan, you've decided on our categories.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
We have a favorite in tier 1, 2, and 3. When you apply for Fringe, there are different tiers of venues based on seating. And so we will say what those tiers are when we get to them. And then our favorite show that actually is a patrons pick show, which there are 2 for every venue. So out of, 20, 25 shows. Mm-hmm. And then our favorite, not eligible for a patrons pick award show, aka something at Breakthrough or Savoy, or a site-specific show.
Or Black Venue.
Yeah, well, they had a patrons pick.
Yeah, but...
They called it patrons pick.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
They just only had one.
Yeah. All right, so starting with... so tier 1 and 2 and 3 mean tier 1 is the largest venues, tier 2 is medium-sized venues, and tier 3 is the lowest venues. So my tier 1 pick... this was a hard decision, and it was between 2 high school groups because it turns out that they were going hardcore this year. And my favorite tier 1 show was She Kills Monsters by Megan's alma mater.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm. And she didn't see it.
I didn't see it. My favorite tier 1 show was Pack Animals. They were both in orange, so orange was just killing it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We're not biased or anything towards that. Yeah. Both very, very fun and very good shows.
And very gay.
And yeah. And I would also happily see both of them again.
Me too.
Too bad none of them were actual patrons picks.
Yikes.
Tier 2, which is the mid-tier. This is easy for me because my favorite show, Fringe, was in tier 2, and that is How to Eat a Bear, which you've heard me talk about an incessant amount.
My favorite show in tier 2 was probably Star-Crossed, which we've also talked about in a video. So both in brown venue.
Mm-hmm.
Killing it.
Yeah, listen, brown and orange. All right, tier 1. Tier 3. I went the wrong way. Tier 3, which is the lowest capacity. This is where we did the only venued show we've done at Fringe. And my favorite show, my pick for this tier, that's not a patrons pick show already, this is a tough one too. Mostly because I didn't see as many tier 3 shows as I usually do. But it would be Princess, which was in blue. It is a youth academy show, and they killed it. Also,
Valerie just loves kids.
I do. And there
Adult
were 2
actors are just worse.
very, very talented kids in the show. It was also 2 adults, but it definitely addressed gender norms as well. And it was a musical, and there was really good music and really good dancing, and it was just a very impressive production. It also ended up being a patron's pick in that venue and deserved it. Absolutely.
My favorite tier 3 was also a patrons pick show, which is The Great and Powerful Tim.
Yay!
I just have a lot of fun. I probably enjoyed the preview show of The Great and Powerful Tim better than the actual show, but we saw it twice. It was the only show that I saw more than once, and the second show was very different than the first, so I'm glad we saw it twice.
Yeah, it turns out that the more of a train wreck that show is, the more we love it.
True.
So our non-regular Fringe venue shows. So these are any site-specific shows, which The War was one. Obviously, The War is my favorite.
That doesn't count. You can't pick yourself.
Or bring your own venue shows. So mine would be Lotta Shakespeare in Breakthrough. I love Tim Mooney. That is no secret. And his show was incredibly enjoyable. There were some other very good BYOV shows, but Lotta Shakespeare takes the cake.
I didn't see anything in Savoy or Breakthrough, but I saw most of the site-specific shows, and my favorite was Ladies' Room. It was very good. I'm upset that I had to stand for 30 minutes in heels. That was mostly my fault, so they get a pass anyway. Special shout out for Fury and Sound, though, because it gave me, lots of ideas So as far as like
Me
a show
too.
that made you be like, I want to do more shows, that was the only one that made me be like, let's go.
And then our pick of the patrons pick shows. Mine's The Great and Powerful Tim. Clued on it.
Wow, who could have seen it coming?
Yeah, listen, I loved that show.
Clearly mine was not that, because he was my favorite tier 3 show. Because my favorite show of the festival actually won Patron's Pick, which is 90 Lies an Hour by Paul Strickland. So good.
Yeah.
So good.
I mean, Paul Strickland did my favorite show, Fringe, last year.
Yeah.
Which was 13 Dead Dreams of Eugene.
Which was also like my second favorite
Yeah.
show. So
And there's so many great shows that we didn't mention. So if you went to Orlando Fringe and you have a show that would be your patron's pick, let me know down there in the comments. I'd love to hear about it.
are we gonna say see you tomorrow?
Are we going to? I don't know. I'll see you tomorrow.
Heat stroke means no outro.